Good evening, America. Truth be told, I had hoped never to speak to you again under such circumstances. But alas, tyranny has found yet another disguise, and this time, it comes cloaked in the comforting veil of cybersecurity. Just recently, the House of Representatives, those elected to be the stewards of your liberties, have passed legislation that expands government surveillance powers under the guise of protecting you from digital danger. They say it's to safeguard your systems, defend your data, and ward off faceless foes abroad. But what they will not tell you, what they dare not speak aloud, is that it is your freedoms they have begun to firewall. This legislation extends Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Yes, the very statute that allows the government to intercept communications between Americans and foreigners without a warrant. And though the original target was foreign threats, the net has widened, and now even your innocent whispers can be caught in its web. What was once incidental has now become intentional. More insidious still, the bill permits corporations to hand over your private information, emails, texts, location data, wrapped in the ribbon of cyber threat intelligence. And in return, those companies are granted immunity, free from lawsuits, free from consequence. Think on that. The corporate state has now been deputized, and your data is the price of their allegiance. You see, this is not merely a bill. It is a bargain struck in backrooms. It is the quiet theft of the Fourth Amendment, executed not with bayonets or boots, but with clauses and committees. And when voices rose in defense of your rights, those who demanded a warrant, who pleaded for protections, they were voted down, dismissed like troublesome flies in a courtroom of kings. Civil liberties organizations, those rare few who still recall what liberty tastes like, have sounded the alarm. They warn of unchecked powers, of warrantless searches, of a government that watches not just its enemies, but its own. And where was your voice in all of this? Silenced, stripped, discarded. Let me be perfectly clear. This is how freedom dies. Not with gunfire, not with martial law, but with the soft, persuasive lull of safety. This is not about defending the nation from hackers. It is about defending power from the people. And as history has shown us, when the state can surveil the citizen without cause, the citizen is no longer sovereign. He is subject. So tonight, I ask you to remember the men and women who fought to enshrine your privacy, not in digital codes or corporate contracts, but in ink and blood. Remember the Constitution, now gutted in the name of protection. Remember that your freedoms are not something to be bartered for false promises. Do not be lulled by their words, America. For while they speak of security, their hands reach for your keys, your cameras, your conversations. They are not guardians of your safety. They are architects of your submission. The question is not whether you have something to hide. The question is whether you have anything left to lose. Good evening, and good luck.